One of the biggest things that we've learned on this channel is that every single person in this world has a unique point of view on a certain subject or topic. So today, we ask one simple question. What comes to your mind when you think of the Philippines?
Hello, I'm Zhenyu, or you can call me Daniel. I'm from Malaysia. So the first thing that comes into my mind when we mention Philippines are my friends, because during college time, I have a lot of friends from Philippines. They are very friendly, and I still remember when they talk about the food. Adobo, if I'm not mistaken, Adobo. They say it's a food that you must try when you travel to Philippines, and I really hope that next time, because I'm a backpacker, and when I travel to Philippines, I have a lot of friends to bring me to those local store or shops to try out different kind of Philippines food. Or if you travel to coming to Malaysia, and then you can feel free to DM me. I can introduce you to those delicious local food or local places that you must go. All right, and also wish you a happy New Year.
Hi, my name is Alice and I'm from Italy. The first thing I think about when I hear the word Philippines is the amazing whitish sand and the crystal clear water and beautiful environments. And another thing that I think about is, and this is something that I've heard a lot, is how nice people are and how close they are to their family and friends, which is something that I find is very similar to my Italian culture. And that's the reason why it's in the top list of the countries I really want to visit when this pandemic is over.
Hello, my name is Yara. I'm a Palestinian and I'm a recent international relations graduate. First thought that pops into my head when I think about the Philippines are its beaches and its greenery. I've heard so much about them and I've always wanted to visit because it looks so beautiful and so serene. Its people are also one of the nicest people I've ever met. I don't think I've ever met a single Filipino who is mean. They also have beautiful voices, mashallah, they're talented, and they all know how to sing. But I know the country faces a couple of issues. I know drug is a problem and the government isn't dealing with it properly. I know that there's also rape, I've heard, and that teenagers get pregnant and married at a very young age, and that the government generally doesn't know how to handle these situations. It's a shame. But yeah.
Hi, my name is Madeline Mawusi. I'm originally from Ghana, but I live here in the UK. When I hear the word Philippines, I think about my friends. And one thing my friends from the Philippines have in common is that they have such big hearts. They are so kind, they are so sweet, and I really value their friendship. So whenever I hear Philippines, I think of my friends and I think about the community that they represent, people who are very kind, who are very sweet, who are always going to be there for you. And yeah, that's just what I think when I hear the word Philippines.
Hi, my name is Jackson Smyth from Sydney, Australia. And what comes to mind when I hear the word the Philippines is they are happy, strong, and self-sufficient people. I think more about the people itself other than the country.
Hi, my name is Deema and I'm Palestinian Canadian and I make K-drama content on YouTube and TikTok. When I think of the word Philippines, I honestly just think of the people. So one of my best friends is Filipino and she is the smartest person I know. There's genuinely nobody that's smarter than her. So I have like a very good connotation of the Philippines and she's honestly one of my role models.
Hi, I'm Serim and I'm from South Korea. And the first thing that pops into my mind is that the Philippines is such a beautiful place to go travel with all the nice beaches. And also, I personally think that there are lots of great singers in the Philippines. And lastly for me, 21, because Sundara Park is from the Philippines and I love her so much.
Hi, my name is Amber Rose. I am half Dutch, half Korean. I have lived most of my life in the Netherlands, but I'm currently living in South Korea. If you want to know more about me, please check out my personal Instagram, Amber Rose. I also have an Instagram account and a YouTube channel together with my boyfriend called Damendora Couple, so please check that out as well. When I think about the Philippines, honestly, I don't know a lot about the Philippines, but when I think of the Philippines, I think about the beautiful islands with lots of tourism, like Boracay. I think about how most of the people there speak really good English. I think about the strong women. The women I've met were always really sweet, but had a really strong personality. And finally, I think of the halo halo dessert with the shaved ice. It looks so delicious. I really want to try it out.
Swadee Krap, everybody. My name is Pong. I'm from Thailand, and one thing that I think of when I heard of the word Philippines is how multi-talented their people are. I feel like that way because most of my friends who are Filipino, they are really good at what they do. Most of them are really good at singing, sports, and of course they are also really smart. And yeah, I guess that's it. Talented. And I'm just deriving all these qualities from my friend, and that's the first thought that comes to my mind. So yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Styn Rakos. I post TikToks of me just being a dork and whatnot, but I was actually in the reacting to Filipino music video, so that was pretty fun. But now we got the question, what do I think of when I hear the word Philippines? And for me, it's kind of stupid, but I always think of Steve Harvey messing up the Miss Universe back in 2015. I just think that's so funny. Colombia, that was really sad, but like, great job, Philippines. Yeah, that's it.
Hi everyone, my name is Alena Gonzalez. I'm half Spanish and half German, and I'm currently living in Korea. So the first thing what comes into my mind is the Miss Universe Philippines, and also I think that the Philippines have like one of the most prettiest women, like, and also the men, like Bretman Rock.
Hi, my name is Mir Abbas Raza and I'm from India. The first thing that comes to my mind when I hear the word Philippines is that it is the land of the free-spirited. I've known quite a few Filipinos over my life, and I understand and I observed that they go by the concept of work hard, play hard. They are very dedicated in what they do, but they also enjoy their time off to the fullest. They're also very kind and they're great at hospitality. They're very loving and they take life as it comes. So that's what I think of maybe the Philippines itself stands for, free-spirited.
Hey guys, I'm Shota, I'm from Japan, and here's my IG. I have some friends from the Philippines, and they are always nice to me, and they think of me as a family, and they always take care of me and make sure everything's fine with me. So yeah, people are very nice, and there are some beautiful beaches and islands like Cebu, Palawan, Boracay, yeah. And also I love adobo. I hope I can be there as soon as this pandemic is over. I'm really looking forward to that day. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mia Talias. I am a YouTuber, TikToker, and an actress in the National Police Academy of Israel, which leads us to our next point. I am from Israel. I'm Jewish, and I'm also a mix of Turkey and Iraq. So what comes to my mind when I think of the word Philippines? I think of crystal clear water, beautiful people, culture, relaxation, lots of green, mountains, beautiful views, a place I'd love to go to and I wish I could go to. And I also met a few people from the Philippines who actually are here in Israel, and honestly, they're the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Hi guys, I'm Ellgi from Ellgi Mogi Couple, which is mine and my boyfriend's couple Instagram and couple YouTube channel. And I'm half Greek and half Ukrainian, and I'm doing my master's degree here in Korea right now. When I hear the word Philippines, I think of a beautiful and colorful culture, really amazing and tasty food. Not just to praise Philippines, but I have searched countless of times all of the beautiful islands Philippines has, and I really want to go there for my honeymoon. I have friends from Philippines, and they keep telling me that it's a beautiful place to go and visit, but it's kind of hard for the people living there due to the financial situation. And that's the same in my country, so I hope that picks up so the Philippines people can get the quality life they deserve. And I know Philippines is really open to LGBTQ+, and I couldn't be happy about that. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Kamusta ka po? Ako si Amy, and I'm from the UK. The first thing that comes to mind when somebody says the word Philippines to me are definitely the people and adobo. I mean, the food is amazing. I was lucky enough to grow up with a Filipino best friend, so I was kind of blessed during my teenage years. But also, the people are so welcoming and they're amazing at singing. Like, whenever I watch Britain's Got Talent and the person would be like, oh, I'm from the Philippines, I would be like, okay, they're gonna be good. Because everyone in the Philippines is so good at singing. I don't know what it is. Is it the food? Maybe it's the food. Maybe I should keep eating more Filipino food and then I can become an amazing singer. Also, like, the women are so beautiful. Like every time I see a Filipino woman, I'm amazed by her bone structure. Their faces are just so amazingly shaped and their features are so strong. They're so pretty.
Hello, hola, my name is Gian. I am from Brazil, and the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of the Philippines is food. I love food. I watch a lot of food review shows, I watch a lot of food shows, I try a lot of food from around the world, and I remember watching a show that was based in the Philippines, and they had lechon, which is something that's really big there. And ever since I saw lechon, I just really wanted to try it. It just looks amazing. It's slow cooked for hours and hours. Sometimes even with their own hands, like they spin it with their own hands. And to me, that's really, really cool. And I wish I could try it one day.
Hi, I'm Anthony from Macau. So if you ask me about Philippines, actually there are a lot of thoughts that came up in my mind, but let's talk about people. So like, I really think that all the Filipinos are so friendly. Yeah. Because like in Macau, actually there are so many Filipinos in here. Like when I get in touch with them, like all of them are so happy and I don't know why. Like they can bring happiness when I'm with them. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Hey everyone, my name's Hadeal and I'm from Sudan. And I guess when I think of the Philippines, I always think of positivity and happiness, because I can confidently say I've never met someone from the Philippines who hasn't been kind, polite, humble. And I think that goes as a credit to Filipinos really. But also I think of the beautiful culture which you guys have. But yeah, in general, when I think of the Philippines, I just think of kind and caring people.
Hello guys, I'm Nash and I'm from Thinking Nash channel. I'm from Mexico, and the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about Philippines is the big connection that these two countries have, like the big bond that we share. And maybe even people here in Mexico and people in Philippines doesn't realize, because at least here in Mexico, I'm sure that they don't know about this part of history and the big connection that we have with the Philippines. For me, I see the Philippines like the little brother that Mexico has in other continent, and that they still doesn't meet yet. And I think so that it should be a bigger connection, because at the end of the day, we share a big history together. We share a same mom, for said in somehow. We have a lot of traditions in common. We have a lot of similarity in names, similarity in words, and even similarity in food. So I think so Philippines and Mexico should have a bigger connection, and it's a country that I'm dying to visit, dying to see. That connection should be explored more for the people in Mexico and the people in Philippines, to know that, we are brothers, and it's very nice to know that we have a little brother in the other side of the world.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Elle and welcome to our planet, and Happy New Year! It's officially January 1st and I'm honestly still really sleepy because we went home quite late last night, but I'm currently not in the Philippines now. If you've been following my channel for quite some time, you'll know that right now I'm in Abu Dhabi, UAE with my family. We've been spending 2020 here together since I did live here before, and to answer the question, Philippines is simply my home and I really miss it a lot. There are beautiful places to go, there are great things to eat, but I guess we do have problems as a country. I can't say that we're perfect, but based on what I've seen, because I have started editing this video before the new year, I guess the best thing about the Philippines is the people, and I have to agree with that. To share a little story with you guys, prior to moving back to the Philippines, I've lived all my life in other countries around the world, and growing up, I've always heard stuff about the Philippines, something that people who lived there before would scare you, like, oh, the Philippines is like this, the Philippines is like that. Be careful when you're walking on the street, they might rob you or something. There were a lot of things running through my mind when I first went back to the Philippines for college, and I honestly didn't know what to do. But once I actually started living there, I stayed there for about 4 to 5 years, I realized a lot of things. It's basically that no matter what happens around you and no matter what people say, in the end, you'll realize that what makes your stay special isn't the places or the things you eat or the things you do or the things you see, but rather the people who are there. And it is very relevant to many of the answers our other friends here in this video have said. I fell in love with the Philippines because a lot of my friends, a lot of my family, a lot of people are there who I love and care about. The best thing about us Filipinos is that no matter if you're a kabayan, no matter if you're a foreigner, we're always with you through thick or thin. Even even during this pandemic. Sadly enough, I mean, I know it's supposed to be a happy new year, but honestly speaking, the world isn't better yet. I mean, earlier this year we did believe that by this time, hopefully the virus would have gone already, but at least we know that the vaccines are out. My family isn't excluded from this narrative that we've had this 2020. A lot of our close friends, a lot of our close family members, and even 2 pastors lost their lives through COVID-19, and that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about through this video, aside from it being a New Year thing, yeah. Basically, what I wanted to say is you shouldn't take your life for granted. One of the biggest things that my family learned this year is to take each day one at a time and realize how precious and how important life is, and to celebrate each and every moment. I hope that this year would be much better for us all, not just the Philippines but the rest of the world, because I know that this pandemic has been really trying all of us. I hope that each and every day you guys would remember to spread the love. I always say this on my channel, and it's not just because I have to say it, but then this world is just really dark and there's a lot of things that are happening. In the end, it's the people in this world, it's the people that you meet that make your life even better than it actually is. All I want to wish you guys is a happy new year. Hopefully 2021 would be an amazing year for us all. Let's just hope and pray for the best, and let's see where this year takes us. Remember that Elle's planet is your planet as well, so spread the love, God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye!
어디냐, 살아있냐, 혹시 너 막 길 가는데 옆에 용암 흐르고 있냐, 막 이런 거 물어보고.
I actually auditioned in SM Entertainment, and I also auditioned in JYP.
Another Miss Philippines won the unit. How does that make you feel?
Okay, next.
Hi guys, welcome Jenny.
Hi.
She is our translator for today, yes. What if it's just you and me left? What if no one else bothers us?
You break up with someone, you suddenly start to realize who you really are.
It feels like Stu that he's super duper in love.
It's actually the face of cis women for life is a banana, so.
The Rock reminds me of The Rock from Lion King.
No,
Sorry, okay.
Certain bands, they brought that style back. It's keeping that generation up and not letting that culture die.
They're looking at the camera when they're dancing that. Oh yeah, like that.
And the song One Day that I sang with Elle holds an ultimate message of hope in these times of uncertainties.
100% of the proceeds of this project will go to feeding 100 frontliners in Philippine General Hospital and Navona City Hospital.
One day we'll make it out alive.
Yeah, I think for the safety of everyone, we have to shoot our videos from home starting now.
For those who worked in the hospital, like listening to this song, it's really motivate them to keep surviving.
It's gonna be me the first time I get out of the house. Kidding them salami that I'm gonna go. Thank you for mass testing.
Cup of milk? Wouldn't it be better? Cup of honey, let's rock it up.
Para sa akin, ang pinaka... Mali. Luis, marami tayo
Hi guys! Ayan, ako po si Eunice. Ako po ay isang Filipina stuck in applications body.
I used to be a trainee in SM entertainment.
I used to be at YG for about 3 years.
The fact that everybody knows the choreography in the crowd, I'm a little shook. The talent.
Riba.
Maybe it's a language from Cebu.
It doesn't make sense, but then when you put it all together, it's fun. It doesn't have to make sense.
And look at this. The nose is really sharp.
Sharp.
Look like sharp.
That's a point of beauty.
How about me?
Can we move on?
Miss Universe is really popular in Thailand.
Board my battleship, right? I'm sorry, I was kind of inappropriate.
I don't hate it. It's not bad.
And if I can't escape, I'll be happy. Yan, marupok! Tuloy mo yan para masaktan ka lalo.
The coconut nut.
How you gonna release this song in when? November? In No Nut November?
Nanay, tatay, gusto ko tinapay. Ate, kuya, gusto ko na kape.
Saka pa, ba't ka dumidila, ha?
또라이인가 봐.
아니야, 진짜 유행했었어, 고추 맛.
갑자기 드라마마다 고추 바사삭이 왜 나와? Love you, right? Love you.
Love you.
Gulat ako, kala ko World War III na eh.
I did a report before on a Filipino comfort woman during the Japanese period. I think her name's Henson. She actually had to go to Japan para gumalaw yung case niya because in the Philippines, tinatakpan yung the idea of comfort women.
That is what our ancestors fought for, to be recognized as Filipino and to finally have independence and freedom.
How do you say chan in Tagalog?
They don't do it anymore. Mostly they just make noise.
Wow. Yeah, you we've got more in store for you.